My name is Cecilia. I am 28 years old. 1 year ago, I made a big mistake. I married a man named Ronald. He is 32 years old. Ronald is a good man. He is kind, gentle, and smart, but I do not love him. I married him not because of love, but because I was angry and sad. I wanted to forget my ex-boyfriend who broke my heart. I wanted to move on quickly, so I said yes when Ronald asked me to marry him. I thought marriage would help me feel better. I believed that maybe love would come later, but love never came, and now I am the one who is hurting. Ronald does everything to make me happy. He brings me flowers. He cooks dinner when I feel tired. He kisses my forehead. Many women would feel lucky to have a man like him, but I feel sad because I cannot love him back. One night, Ronald looked at me and said, "Cecilia, I know you don't love me yet, but I believe you will. I will wait. My love is strong enough for both of us." Ronald was so full of hope, but I had no hope inside me. I felt like I was lying every day. I smiled when I didn't want to. I said thank you when I felt nothing. I was living a life that didn't belong to me. My mother once told me, "Cecilia, love can grow with time. Marriage is not always about feelings. It is about kindness, respect, and patience." One evening, Ronald made a special dinner for me. He said, "This is for you, Cecilia. You are my everything." I smiled and said, "Thank you," but inside I felt empty. I wanted to scream, "I don't love you, Ronald," but I said nothing. I didn't want to hurt him. He looked so happy. Later that day, I sat with Ronald on the sofa. I said, "Ronald, I need to talk to you." But before I could say more, Ronald stopped me. He said, "I know what you're going to say. Please don't give up on us yet, Cecilia. I still believe we can make this work." My heart felt heavy. I knew I couldn't give him what he needed. Ronald said, "Cecilia, do you want to have a baby? I think it will bring us closer." I froze. I didn't know what to say. The idea of having a child with someone I didn't love scared me. I said, "I'm not ready, Ronald." He nodded. Ronald looked hurt, but he didn't push me. He was always gentle, always kind, and I was always silent, always distant. I can't be the wife Ronald deserves. I want to leave, but I'm scared. What will people think? Will they say I am selfish? The next day, Ronald kissed my cheek and said, "Good morning, my love. I believe in us." My heart broke. I wanted to say, "Stop hoping," but I stayed quiet again. Days passed. I woke up, made breakfast, went to work, and smiled for Ronald, but inside I was tired. One day, Ronald came home with 2 movie tickets in his hand. He said, "Cecilia, let's go out tonight, just you and me. I want to see you smile again." I said, "Okay." At the theater, Ronald held my hand. He looked at me often, hoping to see joy on my face. After the movie, he said, "That was fun, right?" I said, "Yes, it was nice." When we reached home, Ronald put his arm around me. He said, "I missed you, Cecilia. You've been so quiet lately. I feel like I'm losing you." I looked away. I wanted to tell him the truth, but I couldn't. I said, "I'm just tired. Work has been busy." He didn't say anything. I could see the sadness in his eyes. The next week, Ronald planned a short trip. He said, "Let's go to the countryside, Cecilia. Just you and me. Maybe the fresh air will help." We drove for 2 hours. Ronald booked a small hotel. That night, he gave me a necklace with a tiny heart. He said, "This is for you. My heart is yours." Tears filled my eyes, not because I was happy, but because I knew I didn't deserve his love. I married him because I thought being with someone nice was better than being alone, but now I see it is worse to live without love. I looked at Ronald. I said, "Ronald, I need to tell you something. I care about you, but I don't love you. I never did. I married you because I was hurting. I thought love would come later, but it didn't." Ronald didn't move. He said, "I knew, Cecilia. I saw it in your eyes. I just didn't want to believe it." I said, "I'm so sorry. I never wanted to hurt you." Ronald said, "I love you, Cecilia. I really do. But I can't be the only one trying. If your heart isn't here, I can't hold you back." He was still kind. Even when I gave him pain, he stayed kind. Ronald and I still lived in the same apartment, but we didn't talk much. We both needed space to think. I slept in the guest room. He slept alone in our bedroom. There were no smiles, just silence. One evening, I told Ronald I wanted to move out. He didn't look surprised. He asked, "Do you have a place to go?" I said, "Yes. My friend offered me her guest room for now." Ronald nodded. He said, "Cecilia, I'm not angry. I'm just sad. But maybe this is the right thing. You didn't break my heart. I gave it to you freely, even if you couldn't keep it. I don't regret loving you. If you ever need anything, call me." I said, "Thank you for everything, Ronald. You were always good to me." He looked at me one last time and said, "Take care, Cecilia." Then I walked out of the apartment. I stayed at my friend's place for a while. Few weeks later, I got a message from Ronald. It said, "Hi, Cecilia. I hope you're doing well. I'm taking some time for myself. I've joined a cooking class. It helps me stay busy." I replied, "Hi, Ronald. I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm in a writing class now. It's helping me too." We didn't talk again after that. I felt lonely sometimes, yes, but I also felt free. I still thought about Ronald. I hoped he would find someone who truly loved him. I am still learning. I don't know what the future holds, but I know one thing now. Never marry for the wrong reason. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to start again. Be brave. Your heart knows the truth. If you liked this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.